Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Hydro, and today I want to bring you a mini review of a product that I thought was really cool and thought I would tell you guys about. Incidentally, I'm using a new camera that I bought. It's the Nikon 1J1. I got it about a couple weeks ago, and I really like it a lot, so I wanted a really nice kind of traveling, walking around camera. Got it off Amazon.com. It was refurbished. The company sent it to me really quickly, so I'm probably going to be using this one from now on, so we'll see how it goes. There's only like $164, I think. It's got a removable lens, and you can swap lenses out and all that good stuff. So anyway, this isn't about that, although I may do a review on that later on. I'll show you what I'm actually going to review after I take a hit, because after all, this is predominantly a vaping channel, right? You know, sometimes you just gotta vape when you're doing reviews. So what I want to talk about today is this guy right here. It's a SoundLogic XT, and what it is it's an external battery source. So this is a 5200 mAh battery pack. So there's all kinds of these around. There's, if you go on Amazon, there's a ton of these all over the place. A lot of great companies make these. This one right here, I happened to pick up at CVS for $19.99, and I thought 5200 mAh. That's a lot. That could really be exactly what I'm looking for. Anybody out there that has an iPhone knows the iPhone dies out really quickly. I'm constantly using my car charger, but if I'm somewhere like, let's say, at Disneyland, where I'm constantly taking pictures or just using different functions of the phone, then it's going to go dead really quickly, and I can't just go to my car whenever I want to charge it. So something like this is perfect. It's pretty small. Fits in your hand, so thus it could easily fit in your pocket. It uses a USB, so you can just plug any USB in right there, and it'll automatically start charging it for you. What it comes with isn't really a whole lot. It doesn't even come with a wall charger. All it comes with is this USB cord right here. So I think that maybe that was to keep the cost down. I'm not really sure. I don't know how much a wall charger would have cost them, but I personally use my iPhone wall charger. It works just fine. So you just plug the one side right into the side right here, and then plug the USB into whatever power source you're going to use, and then charge it. Now let's talk about how long it charges real quick. This takes about 4.5 hours to charge from totally dead. Now that's a really, really long time. But the trade-off there is that I mainly use it to power up my iPhone 5C. Well, also I got this pretty cool Joker and Harley Quinn case. So anybody out there who's like a comic book geek, especially DC, might appreciate that. So anyway, so I use it mainly to charge this. So I kind of tested it out to see how many charges I could get out of it. Now I looked it up online. I googled it to see what mAh the iPhone 5C was, and everything that I found, it said there's about 1500. So I'm thinking with the 5200 mAh, I should be able to charge it like 3 times, right? Right around there. But I found that wasn't the case. So I don't know if this isn't actually 5200 mAh or the iPhone 5C isn't actually 1500 mAh. I'm not really sure exactly what it is, but what I did is I let the power drain down twice to 10%, and then sorry, I think I just spit. That's as low as the iPhone will go. It won't, it'll get it down to 10%, and then it'll automatically shut off. That's in case you need to use it for an emergency. So from 10% to 100%, this charged it up twice before I had to recharge it. So, all in all, that's pretty good. Now, it wouldn't charge it 3 times. It was pretty much twice, and then for all intents and purposes, it was pretty much dead, and I had to recharge it. So 4.5 hours to charge this thing from completely dead, and about 1.5 hours to charge my iPhone from 10% to 100%. So 90% of it took about an hour and a half. So, you know, I mean, in my opinion, that's not too bad. I mean, for as much power as this holds, you know, 4.5 hours. I mean, it is a really long time. But at the same time, it's one of those things where, like, you know, how often am I going to be charging this? I'm not going to need to charge my phone 3 times in one day from completely dead. You know, if I'm having to do that, then either I'm on my phone way too much or it's got a faulty battery. One of the two. So, you know, really it's like, you know, I only have to charge this thing maybe once every, you know, few days or something like that. And I'll just charge it overnight. So it's really not that big of a deal. You know, I mean, there were cheaper ones that had much, you know, far less MAW that were even more compact than this. But I thought if I'm gonna spend the money, you know, for an extra whatever it was, $5 or $6, I might as well go a little bit bigger. So to me, something like this is perfect. Now, you know, what I'm suggesting to you, the viewer, you don't have to necessarily go with this one in particular. I know they sell, you know, all kinds of brands all over the place. But I found this one in particular to work really, really well, and it gave me exactly what I was looking for. So this one in particular, I really like a lot. You know, like I said, it'll charge my iPhone up completely, you know, twice off of one charge of this. And you know, another thing I really wasn't sure that I would like about it is, or not, I didn't even consider it, was the fact that while my phone's charging, I can carry it with me. So, you know, realistically, I will demonstrate this for you here. You know, you can just have this thing plugged in here, and then when, you know, as soon as you plug it in, these blue lights come on, and that indicates the battery life. So I have been charging this for a little bit today, so it's down to, you know, three lights on. But as soon as I plug this in, see, it'll automatically start. Oh, I have messages. It'll automatically start charging. So as you can see, you have a little lightning bolt right there indicating that it is charging. So, you know, I can have this thing in my pocket, you know, and still be able to use it. Yeah, it's going to look kind of goofy because the cord's out, but, you know, if I'm in my house or something, I can still be using it while it's charging versus, you know, having it plugged into my computer or into a wall socket or something like that with a wall charger, and basically having to stand right there and do it you know, use the whole time just right there. This I can actually walk with me while it's charging, and, you know, it charges about as fast as it does if it was plugged into a wall charger, and, you know, like 3 times faster than it would if it's plugged into my computer, which I find plugging anything into my computer and using that USB is the slowest possible charge. Maybe that's just my computer, but anyway, so all in all, I think that this you know, this SoundLogic XT is a really good buy, especially for 20 bucks. I had, for my old iPhone, I had one of those. I went on Fast Tech and ordered a charging case, and it was pretty much about the same price, and I think maybe a little bit less MAW than this. I think it might have been like 24 or something like that. So this is about half probably, and it just didn't work. It worked okay the first time, but I mean, the case was janky. There was absolutely no protection for the actual phone unless you dropped it on its back. And, you know, like a week after I got it, they came out with some firmware update, and that made it completely useless to me. So I basically had to throw it away. And I had to wait like 3.5 weeks for it just to get here. So, in my opinion, for my money, this is actually a much better option than, you know, going with a more legit charging case that costs way more money. You know, I mean, they're like 3 times the price of this. So, you know, unless you can find a really nice one at a swap meet or something like that, but, you know, I'd rather just buy something just brand new that's a, you know, reputable company. So, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this review, and I'm going to try to do more. I know this wasn't really quite like a mini, but, you know, this is the first one. I kind of wanted to get a little bit more information out there as far as what I wanted to do and things like that. So, you know, there's a lot more things I actually want to review. I enjoy reviewing things, and since at this point I'm really comfortable with my vape setup, you know, with my mod and, you know, my iTaste MVP2 and, you know, my V2 e-cigs and all that. It's like, you know, I don't really have a reason to go out and buy a bunch of new stuff, you know, because that runs into a lot of money, and I'd only be buying the stuff for the sake of a review. But I do have my eye on a couple things that I do want to get. MigSigs came out with like an Ego style, you know, e-cig, you know, a few different kits. So I kind of want to try that out. Indoor Smokers, he reviewed it, and you know, he liked it a lot. So you know, I just want to get it myself and kind of do my own review. You know, I don't know about you guys, but like whenever I see a review by anybody, you know, I always think like there's certain things I want answered, and you know, you can leave a question in the comments. I always say you can leave questions in the comments, and nobody ever does. A lot of times, so it's you know, people who do generally it doesn't get answered. So you know, I kind of want to just see for myself if it's really as good as people say. Just even the company, you know, everyone just loves that company, and I just want to see for myself if it's any good. But again, you know, that's just throwing money out there that I don't really need to at this point. You know, it's like I have, you know, in my opinion, I have a really good setup. So, you know, we'll see. I mean, like I said, I have my eye on a couple things. So, you know, we'll see what happens. So, but what I'm probably going to end up doing is, you know, hopefully you guys are cool with it. You know. I'm going to try to do like little mini, after this one of course, you know, mini reviews that are maybe like 5 minutes long, just kind of get straight to the point of just, you know, different things that I purchased that I liked and or didn't like or whatever, you know, just kind of to get info out there, because, you know, at the end of the day, really, I'm just, you know, I'm doing this because I like doing it, you know. I mean, I like when you guys interact. I like when you guys like the videos, you know, things like that. So far, you know, you guys have been pretty awesome about, you know, saying nice things and not trolling or anything like that. So I genuinely appreciate you guys for all of that. So, you know, so we'll see what happens. A lot of it's just going to be kind of random stuff I pick up and either love or hate. You know, I'm not going to go necessarily buy something specifically for review, but, you know, I'm a shopper. You know, my days off, I like going, you know, checking stuff out, buying new things, you know, especially when there's a reason to have it. So, like something like this, I thought was great. You know, I used it for 2 weeks and thought, oh, this is a fantastic item, you know, so anybody out there like me who has an iPhone that seems to go dead all the time would totally, you know, probably really like this a lot, and it's only $20. So, anyway, let me know what you guys think. You know, let me know, you know, if there's, you know, any questions you guys have about this particular product. Not really much to it, honestly. There's really not. There's, you know, the only other thing I didn't mention is there's a flashlight function, you know. I don't know why everybody thinks they have to put a flashlight on everything, but there it is. Anyway, thank you for watching. Take care, and have a great day.